Today we will start with 18FT 704 Garment Testing Performance and Sustainability. Now in this Unit 4 talks about garment testing for sustainability. Now in lesson 1 we will talk about sustainable development and its goals and 3 dimensions of sustainability. Now sustainable development goals, this was originated by United Nations to improve the working conditions of the people and also the work culture and overall development of the nation. And there are 17 goals in it, and this will show that sustainability, there are 3 dimensions: economic sustainability, social sustainability and environment sustainability. How it relates to the sustainable development goals, and those goals, how it will be useful for the development of the society, working conditions and also development of the nations. So these are the important points which we will discuss in this lesson. Let us start with sustainable development and what is sustainability. There are 3 dimensions of sustainability as we are talking, and those are nothing but environmental sustainability, then sustainability which relates to the society and also to the economy. And when you are talking about this sustainability, there are also the pillars. So sustainability pillars are social, environmental and economic. Now these 3 different types of sustainability, if we see from a particular figure, we can see that different kind of structures are there, and which is equitable, okay, which is sustainable, which is bearable. So these are the main points here in the social, environmental and economic sustainability. Now when you are talking about this sustainability, let us start with the social sustainability. So what do you mean by social sustainability? Let us see. As the name suggests, the social sustainability talks about the people and ability of a social system and function at a defined level. So that is the social sustainability. Now when you are talking about the social sustainability, this is very important for the apparel sector also. So how the development of the working conditions of the people, so those are all there in the social sustainability part, social well-being of the people and the harmony. So those are the things available in social sustainability. It also talks about the people, it talks about the country, it talks about the family, it talks about the organizations. Now the social sustainability also talks about many other things, but if we see the instability, that socially unstable situation, as you can see from the figure, that war, okay, so endemic poverty, so these are the different events which will make the nation unstable. So we call it as a socially unstable society or the country. So social instability comes into the picture. Now social instability also talks about many other symptoms like widespread injustice, then low education rates. So these are all the examples of socially unstable society. Now social sustainability, when you are talking, now it is talking also about the communities, okay, and well-being of the communities, that is talking. And social sustainability also talks about to the performance of the particular firm, how it performs. And when the social sustainability is fulfilled, okay, so then everybody will be happy in that situation. Social justice is achieved into that. Social sustainability also talks about avoiding the child labor, which is very, very useful information for the garment industry. So social sustainability is very important in the society and it avoids the child labor. Social sustainability also talks about, as we can see, that the performance of the workers. So the practices that harm the workers, okay, that should be avoided under this social sustainability part. Social sustainability also talks about the safety, employees benefit, okay, safe working environment. Now, social sustainability also talks about the health insurance, retirement benefits, educational opportunities, etc. So those are the things are available in a social sustainability chapter. Okay. Now let us see the environmental sustainability. What do we mean by environmental sustainability? Now when you are talking about the environment, that sustainability also we will talk about, that is how we will maintain the environmental sustainability. So we have to do a lot of good practices into that, okay, and support a defined level is required into this. Environmental sustainability also talks about the environmental quality. Natural resource extraction rates are to be reduced to safeguard the environment. So environmental sustainability, that's why is very useful for the nations. Now world's biggest problem is the environment, okay. So this is the actual problem and consequences of not solving the environmental sustainability is the biggest problem before us. Now when we are talking about the environmental sustainability, we also talk about the sustainable future and the problems which arises, okay, and if we give the low priority to this environmental sustainability or delay this process, so the nation cannot grow into this and we will in the process we will lose our lot of natural resources. So we have to be very carefully handle this environmental sustainability part. Environmental sustainability, when you are talking, we also talk about the ecosystem. So preservation of essential ecosystems and their functions, those are very important part of environmental sustainability. Now environmental sustainability we have seen, and in this environmental sustainability also comes that different activities of human being. So we have to reduce the effect of farms' value chain activities into this environmental sustainability. This also talks about the natural environment and recycled and renewable raw materials. The use of such kind of raw materials will definitely safeguard the environment. So natural resources, use of the natural resources will be reduced by doing so, recycling. Now environment friendly energy is also important in this. So different kind of wind energy, hydro power energy, biofuel, solar energy. So these are the different areas actually we need to see into environmental sustainability. It minimizes the pollutants, okay, in the environment. When we are talking about the social sustainability, environmental social sustainability, and designing the production lines to use water and energy is very important in this sustainable development or sustainable environment. Seeking ways to reduce the waste is very, very important aim of this environmental sustainability. And economic sustainability we will now talk about. From the environment we will go to this Economic sustainability, it talks about the economy support a defined level, and it will definitely improve the society as such. So economic production is very, very important in any discipline, and economic sustainability talks about the biggest problem in the world. Okay, so growth and all these things of a country will depend upon how we are tackling the economic sustainability. Endangered environmental sustainability. Okay, so economic sustainability, that's why is very, very important. Now economic sustainability also talks about to provide all the needs for the human being. Okay. Now in environmental sustainability, we have seen the environment, and economic sustainability, we talks about farms' economic impacts. Then only the growth is possible in this environmental sustainability or economic sustainability kind of thing. Localities are very important here. In economic sustainability, job creation plays a major role in economic development of a country. Then wages, tax flows, public works, all these are important chapters of this. Now let us see now sustainable development and its goals. What are those? Now there are 17 goals are available, but before that, why we set the goals? To end poverty, protect the planet, ensure prosperity. So these are the different goals we set into this. Concept is comprehensive definition of development, talks about, and when we are talking about sustainable development, it links to ecological services. Okay, so how ecological services we do in this sustainable development. Quality of life with economic growth is very, very important and the aim of sustainable development. Now let us see different sustainable goals now. Number one goal is in the country there should be no poverty. So the country will prosper if poverty is not there. Then second one in the sustainable development goal is the zero hunger. So we give sufficient food to all classes of people so that hunger will be eliminated. Then third goal is the good health and well-being of the people. Fourth goal of this sustainable development is the quality education. Everybody in the society should get the quality educations. Gender equality, very important in this sector, because without the gender equality, a country cannot grow. So men and women both will get the similar kind of equal opportunities. Clean water and sanitation is very, very important for the growth of a nation, and we should maintain that. Affordable and clean energy, that is the requirement, that is the renewable sources of energy is very important in these sustainable development goals. Eighth goal talks about the decent work and economic growth of the country. So if decent work conditions is maintained, so definitely there will be the economic development in the country. Now number 9 goal talks about the industry, innovation and infrastructure. So development of a nation depends upon the growth of the industry and the innovative approach. 10th one talks about the reduce the inequalities in all sphere of the life. So any kind of inequality in any kind of work should be reduced. Now 11th goal of sustainable development is that sustainable cities and communities, those will be developed in this 11th goal. 12th goal talks about the responsible consumption and production. So here also that it relates to the different industry also. Responsible consumptions, that means it is talking about again the environmental sustainability kind of thing. We have to reduce the consumption of the natural resources while we are doing the production. So that is the responsible consumption. Then the climatic action, climate, we have to we have to safeguard the environment and the planet. Life below water is very important, that is the aquatic culture. So that is very important step here. And 15th goal talks about life on land. So like we have to preserve our ecosystems, our planet's ecosystems. Trees, we should not go for the deforestations while we are developing. So life on land and the different creatures which are available on land, those are the important things. 16th goal talks about peace, justice and strong institutions. And 17th goals talks about the partnerships for the goals. So if we want to develop, a nation wants to develop, so partnership will be very important in sustainable development. So we have seen in this particular lesson that in order to develop a country, the working conditions of the people are very important. So we have to create the infrastructure, we have to create the decent working conditions in our society. Then only the different aspects or different pillars, as we have seen in social, environmental and economic sustainability, that can be fulfilled. And also we have seen that 17 sustainable development goals, how important they are and how important they are in maintaining our environment, our social systems and also the economic growth of a country. And these sustainable development goals are the different areas of the industry's development, and when the industry will develop, people also will develop. So infrastructural development also is very important here. So if the country grows, so infrastructure development must be there and people must be getting the benefit, so that working conditions are to be maintained correctly, so that workers who are working in different industries, so they can safely work. Okay, safe working environment and security of the people also plays an important role in this. So their future must be secured by doing certain kind of social justice to it. So these are the three dimensions of sustainability: social, economic and environmental, and this relates to the 17 UN developed sustainable development goals. So these are very useful part of sustainability or sustainable development goals, and many of the important buyers nowadays give lot of importance to these sustainable development goals. So any work is happening in the industry, so that must satisfy one or two goals. Okay, then only a particular industry can grow, and if industry grows, the working conditions of the people also will be very good, and a nation also will prosper when any industry grows or any infrastructural development is there in the society. And while doing so, we should not harm the environment also, that we talk about. The environment means on the land also and under the water also. So all the creatures, our trees, our planets, our ecosystems, different animals, okay, different creatures which are there, so those must be protected while we are doing all sorts of development in the country. So those are the things covered under this sustainability and sustainable development goals. So with this, we'll end the lesson 1 of this particular unit, how this sustainability is achieved in different sustainable development goals. Thank you.